Hello everybody and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 104 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. For those of you guys who haven't watched the show before, I used to do a lot of coin roll hunting and went through a lot of 5,000 count bags of Lincoln wheat cents. And so these are some of the better coins. Some of them have turned out to be damaged and cleaned, but they've been basically put away for about 10 to 20 years, and I didn't know as much as I know these days. So some of them are really nice, but some are damaged, and we'll look at, the errors, and we'll look at the damage, and we'll try to talk about them as we go through them. But hope everybody is having a good night. Welcome to the stream, everyone. And so let me dump out the coins here. I just took one out here. Then we can start going through these. These square tubes like this, that's what we're going. We got two of these tonight and one normal one. I find them hard to dump the coins out. I don't know if anyone has a technique, but the other ones, they seem like everything just dumps out. You can kind of like just do a tall stack, make a little Jenga pile. But I think this is pretty well focused. Maybe bring it just a little bit closer though. So, I don't know, I kind of took half the day off. I normally don't do that, and it was a little bit slower of a day on eBay. It was kind of interesting to take a step back from things, because for a while now I've been pretty much just working nonstop every day. So it was really kind of curious to take a step back. Got to the beach, got some sun, just enjoyed the beautiful day we had here today. Hope you guys had a beautiful day too. It was a gorgeous day here in California. Very sunny, very pretty. And so this one, I'm guessing this is like machine damage. I think that's like damage. I always find these ones cool where there's like, it kind of looks like there is some doubling going on. But I think that it's just a very, very worn die. Even looking at the back here, it looked like the O and the E pluribus unum were rather weak. So I'm guessing it's like a worn die and just a weak strike. So I should be getting in a couple slabbed variety coins, some errors in this week, so I'll be making videos of those. I'm going to try to get in as many different kinds of varieties as I can. I'm going to try to make it a point to pick up some cool varieties for you guys to see, because having examples of them and being able to show them to you guys, I feel like it'll make things a lot funner. We'll all have references and stuff. I did a little bit of work on my YouTube channel here today. I added a couple of functions to it. I figured out how to do the featured channels, and so I thought a good channel to feature would be none other than Copper Coins, because I've learned so much from him, and so I wanted to just kind of do a thank you to him, and so I have him featured as my first YouTube channel. If you check out my channel list of people that I subscribe to, he's the #1 guy there. And so thank you, Chuck and Jessica at coppercoins.com, for everything you guys do to people. One of the other functions that I did, which I don't know how many of you guys noticed, but YouTube gave me my join button, my membership button. So I decided, why not? If they're going to give me this button, why not use it? Nobody has to, pretty much everybody is going to have equal content here. I'm not trying to make content for people that want to pay more. So it basically, I tried to make things pretty easy and simple. For people that just want to be part of the community here, I did a $1.99 a month membership, and it just gets you some extra emojis and like a little special emblem that goes next to you guys. One of my favorite coins, a flying eagle. And the emojis, they're kind of for coin roll hunting. I just took a coin and put just some quick text on them, and made one for an RPM, made one for a double die, made one for a lamination error, made one for a cut. And so I figured people could use them, and if they saw something, they could say the date, or that just pop it down so we know we found one. The other level I made was a channel patron level, and maybe someday we'll have a channel patron. But I put it as a $99, and obviously I do not expect anybody to become a channel patron. There's no pressure. I just know that some people, they have way more money than they'll ever need to do anything with it, and they like something, and they like a way to say, hey, I like what you do. And so if anyone likes what I do, they're welcome to do that. I'm able to pay my bills. Any money that the channel patron would do that way, I would just buy cool coins to show you guys on the show. That's pretty much where it'll go. And in exchange for that, I figured I'd do them a shout out on every show, and I'd put them in my featured channels list as well, so that other people could check out their channel if they make videos as well. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on it. It was all kind of a new thing. I wasn't even expecting to get the membership button yet, but YouTube sent me a thing saying, hey, we think that you could use this, so I thought I would try it out. And so there's just, now that we got to be a YouTube partner, and thank you everyone, could not be a YouTube partner without you guys. I would be doing the same thing relatively, but thank you guys. It's giving me a bunch of different new tools and stuff to work with. I'm hopefully going to start doing some edited videos, because the editor is now way better, and so hopefully I can produce some quality content for you guys. This is the hope. I just want to keep taking what's being given to me and using it to make better and better things for you all. And so I'm thinking also I'm going to be, I'm going to start alternating between these Coin Vault episodes and doing some mint cellos. I want to be able to show other coins as well on this channel. You guys know that small cents are basically my favorite coins. I love wheat cents. They were the beginning of it all for me, and I'll always have a soft spot. But as I've started, collecting nickels and dimes and quarters and half dollars and dollars, and I'm wanting to, basically be able to show you guys other coins as well. So please let me know what your guys' favorite coins to watch are, and I will start making videos of those. If you guys follow my PCGS coin videos, you'll see that I've been doing a lot of different coins. And I believe we have pretty much covered every date and mint, and almost every grade for most of the small and large cents. There may be a couple, I don't have a 1909 VDB video, I don't have a 1922 No P video. And so, there's a couple of videos that, I'll try to make a point sometime in the future here to make, just to fill in those gaps. But how's everybody doing tonight? What do you guys think about the new ideas? I'm just curious. I want your guys' feedback. I know that there's, lots of different kind of perks and stuff with memberships that you can offer. And so I kind of left things open. And so if you guys have ideas, let me know what you guys would like to see. I'm definitely curious. And so it's, I'm in this all about the coins, and I really enjoy talking with you guys about coins, and so that's the main thing in this for me. But it's if I'm able to do a little bit more to make people happy, I'd be more than happy to do that. One second, sorry. Sorry about that. Thank you. Alright, so we'll take a look at this one. Some nice colors on this one. A little bit of toning, possibly clean though, actually, now that I'm looking at it. It's like sometimes, like when, it seems like when they've been cleaned, there's just, sometimes I get like a little bit of toned color on them. Or kind of looked cool there for a second. I don't think I missed anything. I got to check out the 1955 double die 002 that Spiked Head Die Crack was talking about. That one definitely looks really cool. I should probably definitely be checking for that one. I mean, it's like we all know like the 1955 double die 001. It's like I feel like, you know, a lot of people see that one. Is this an RPM? I think we found an RPM here. It's interesting. This one is like a little bit shallower, but I feel like I can see it popping up off the top as well. And so maybe that's like a clockwise, since it moves. That looks pretty cool. So we have our first RPM for the night. Looks like a D over D, 1958. We'll still take a look up at Lincoln's Eye up here. So I'll put this one in a flip. It'll be fun in the future here to be able to do an RPM show where we just go through all the different RPMs. It's like, I feel like it'd almost be interesting if I had just, instead of flipping everything, made like an RPM roll and like a lamination error roll. Because I do feel like they're a little bit easier to see in person outside of the flips. I feel like the flips kind of just give a little bit of a barrier, but at the same time they're like keeping them all safe, and I can always take them out of a flip. That one looked like it had some pretty heavy cleaning on it. That one kind of looks interesting. We'll definitely be zooming in on the mint mark. So that's another 58D. Now Liberty looks a little bit interesting there too. I'm not sure what it is about it, but it definitely can't hurt to take a look at it while we're zooming in and looking at everything else. Maybe we'll start with Liberty over on this side. It just looks like a little bit of machine damage to me. Check out, yeah, I think, kind of looks like we found another RPM. Was the last coin an RPM? No, there was like one in between there. It's like this one, it's a little hard to see. It's like the mint mark is so dark. And then it looks like the coin is so bright. But I believe that there is a split at the bottom and up at the top serif. Maybe if we flip it over, yeah, it's like the most of the coin is brown, and then right around the date, it is all bright, and then the date is all dark. So I believe it's like I can see the split up at the top, and then I can see the split on the bottom there. So I believe this is another 1958D. I felt like I could see that one before we even zoomed in. It looked like there was a spread on the serif. This is like one of those tricky eyes where it's like you try to look and everything just gets all bright. Which is one of the reasons I stopped trying to look at the eyes, is because that's what would happen every time I did. But we'll flip this one up. We'll put it with all of our other RPMs for a future episode so we can look at them all. We can go through them all at the end of the episode here too. And so we're already zoomed in, so we'll just stay zoomed in here, and then we'll zoom back out to look at the whole coin. And hopefully there won't be, I guess, hopefully there will be something else for us to zoom in on later to check. Because why not? Why would we wish that there wasn't? So it looks like this one has been cleaned. And all of these coins, there should have been a reason I put them away. Sometimes they had some toned color to them. Sometimes they looked like a beautiful, nice coin, but now I know that some of them were cleaned. Sometimes I was curious about the damage on a coin and thought maybe it was an error. And so all these coins are in here for different reasons. Some of them, I was pretty darn sure they were errors, and some of them have turned out to be errors. And some of them I still, when I'm going through these, I'm like, why did I put them here? Oftentimes they'll make me look a little bit harder. Come on, obviously you saw something, what was it? And so we'll zoom in here on the mint mark. It looks like there's some damage on it from far away. I don't think that there's anything here, but we're definitely able to see things clearer when we zoom in. Interesting, like up above on the eye, I can't tell if that is raised. I think that's just damage. It's like you can see there's a lower part right on top of whatever that is. And I think it just got damaged and scraped and bunched up when it scraped. I think we already looked at the reverse of that one, so we will keep on moving along. And so it looked like, from what I was seeing from the news tonight, that there shouldn't be any possibility of power outages. I am filming here in California, but it looks like we should be good tonight. However, we did have a power outage a few days before they said that there could be power outages, so sometimes, but I guess I'll just say that there's a small chance that power could go out again, but we've only had the power go out on us once now since we started a year ago, so we've had pretty good luck with not having, random electric catastrophes taking things out. So we've been lucky there. Looks like this one has a little bit of green on it. Obviously not what we're looking for in a coin, but perhaps there was something interesting about it that made me decide to put it in here. Looks like we've had a pretty good amount of 1958 Ds in here. But these generally are not just like solid date rolls. Some pretty little purple in there. Is everybody having a good night? Y'all are quiet so far. It's cool. All my love to my lurkers. If you guys have a better name for lurking, maybe it's watching. My love to my watchers. Thank you guys for all the support and love. Thank you all. $1957D. Looks like the mint mark on this one has a little bit of damage as well. Not seen anything yet. We found 2 RPMs in this roll. We're not doing bad. If we're already zoomed in, we might as well start with the mint mark on this one. I don't know, what I find interesting about this one is like kind of there looks like there's a raised area below. But there also kind of looks like there is a raised area below the 9 here, and below this 9. I'm thinking that it must be some sort of like die deterioration. Maybe when we zoom out, we'll be able to get a clearer picture on it. Looks like my other stream here is buffering that I'm watching, so I'm not sure if that means that California is having trouble or not. But it looks like it's playing back spinning wheel. So hopefully you guys aren't experiencing that. But California has been having some fun lately. Yep, just spinning wheel. Alright, next up a 1958D. Maybe check that out on the reverse a little bit closer. I can't tell, it almost looks like it's a fiber. Yeah, I think it's just a fiber. Okay, looks like I'm back. I was watching gold and silver today. It just seems like they are going up and down and up and down. I didn't get to see where they ended up today, but it just, I don't know like what's going on with it, but it's just, I don't know, let me see where it's at. I'm just curious. I like to see because I know eBay today was like the slowest day on eBay ever. And I feel like when the gold spikes up, no, well, it says it's up, but it looks down from where it was. So a little bit interesting. It's at like 1952? So a little bit lower here than it has been. I feel like when it starts to go up, it seems like eBay slows down in coins, and when it goes down, it like kind of speeds up. So I feel like there's like a little die chip. I thought it was a die crack, but it's interesting. As I zoom in, it like the part that looked like a crack just seems to like kind of almost vanish. I guess you can just barely see it. Looks like it kind of extends up. I don't think it goes all the way through. I didn't see it like pop out anywhere else. I don't know whether to call that one a die chip or a die crack. Normally if it's just like a little crack going from the wheat ear to like the line or to the edge of the coin, I don't really count it. I feel like most people count a die crack if it like comes in one side, like if it basically goes all the way through the coin. But if it looks like it has like some bunched up metal and stuff there, kind of looking like a die chip, I'll put those aside. But I do see just a lot of ones where it's just like a little split coming off of the wheat ear, and I see a lot of them. I think I collected a lot of them, and I don't know. Almost looks like a little poop emoji on Lincoln's shoulder there. It could very well just be damaged though. Being all sleep deprived and stuff, I'm having fun seeing stuff here on the coins. Hopefully it won't stop me from seeing the good stuff on the coins. So how are you guys all doing tonight? I know I ended a little bit earlier, so hopefully you guys got some extra sleep as well and had fantastic days. I feel like I'm feeling better for going to bed just a little bit earlier so that I'd be a little bit sharper tonight on the stream. And I got to like drink a bunch of coffee. I feel like it's just kind of starting to kick in. But it's double. It's kind of funny, like it's like I'll drink a bunch of coffee lately before the stream just to try to be more awake so I'm not like sleeping for you guys, because you know how fun is that. You guys would watch like a sleep cam or something if you guys wanted to watch someone sleep. It was funny having the dream the other night. It's like in my dream I was making videos and I fell asleep making a video, and so in my dream I was trying to find the video in which I fell asleep in because I wanted to see what it looked like, but I couldn't find it. Welcome, Accredited Coins. You're super tired, halfway zoning out, halfway grumpy. That sounds about like me before coffee. Lately, that's been me before a couple cups of coffee. Normally, I'm not. Normally, after the first sip, I'm fine. I need my coffee. Need to know I'm gonna have my coffee, and then I'm good to go. But yeah, I got your messages. It was a slow day on eBay. Just want to check something out. And I don't know. I have a couple theories. I thought that maybe gold had gone up, but I just checked gold, and it did look like gold had maybe come back down just a little bit. But also, I feel like, you know, eBay has like two different kind of paydays. Yeah, I had one offer when I woke up, and I accepted the offer while drinking my coffee, and that was like the only sale today. And so yeah, I had a 1 coin sale too, or you had two coin sale, unless you don't count like, you know, that $2,000 coin you sold. That beautiful coin. Not sure what's going on with Lincoln's head there. Maybe we'll check that out. Almost looks like a doubled eyelid, like way over here. Don't know what's going on with that. Something up there, something up there. We'll check those out. Maybe it's his hair. eBay's like a pay cycle goes in a 2-day, or I'm sorry, a twice a month thing. Like half of the eBay store customers are billed on the 15th and half are billed on the 1st, like any normal website would bill people. Is that raised up there? It must be scratched and then looking like it's raised up. But I feel like, so they bill on the 15th and then you have to pay usually by like, they usually like charge between the 21st and the 25th. So I feel like a couple days before the billing cycle pays, you don't count the bullion. Then when it is, we are tied for the day. So I think that a lot of people are trying to pay their eBay bills the day, like the couple days before. And so until people have their money to do that, I feel like people buy a little bit less coins. Almost looks like a little notch on this one, but it's kind of hard to tell, and there's a bunch of junk there. But yes, there are slow days. I've had slow weeks before. Hopefully we'll not have any more slow weeks. This is like the first time, I think that this is the first time in like 3 months that my eBay thing has said, instead of it being like 1,000% increased sales this year, it's been like 987. Yes, flying eagles are delicious. Someone's been buying up all my flying eagles. I feel like the prices on them are a little bit low. You can find, you can get them for cheaper than Mint MS. So you can get them cheaper for Mint State. Someone, I feel like, has been buying them all up. I think someone's playing like creative Monopoly on them right now. But as of a few months ago, if you hold out, you can get I've seen maybe 3 in the last 6 months for like MS62 for like $500-600. Like I think there was a $500 buy it now up. And so if you hang in there, like when I sold my Flying Eagle, like an MS62, I sold it for $800 like 8 years ago. But then I feel like the price went down a little bit after that. So I would hang out. I wouldn't buy an MS62. I'd buy an MS64 at $800, then I'd consider an MS63. That's me, but I think you can do a little bit better. And I can give you, since generally that's out of my price range, if you want, I will give you a shout anytime I see one. If like and just tell, like, are you wanting MS62 or are you wanting a higher? Because I can save ringing your phone if you don't need me to ring your phone. So I think that this was a 1929S. But yeah, like I feel like occasionally I see, an AU one. Like it's like if I see an AU one for about 200, like an AU 50, I would probably pick it up. Occasionally I see them around, like I'd probably pay $240 for a 58. Even though it's like, you go from AU 58 basically straight to an MS 62. There's not really any in between, and then it's like double, triple the price. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, was there anything? I know I had to hop off the stream last night before you kind of came on then. Was there any questions, anything that you were curious about? I feel like there was a couple of things I was going to tell you too. Oh, I remember one now, but it's too late for it. Our friend Gift Stores Online, he had like 20 proof sets, like 56 and 58 N this morning. Um, and I bid on all of them, but I was kind of at the place where I needed to pay bills and stuff, or I would have bid hard. But it's like I don't know if he's like liquidating or if he was like selling stuff so he could like get more graded, or if there was like a large acquisition he was trying to do. But he put a bunch of his stuff up for basically like low starting bid, and they went up pretty good. But it was kind of curious, and so I was going to tell you about that last night, and then I was just too tired. So I do apologize about that. But I figured also you probably already have your one. You probably have your set of 56 and set of 58. But some people got some good deals today. It's generally something I would have been. That's like I was almost gonna message him and be like, hey, next time you're gonna like liquidate a bunch of these, like, give me a little heads up and I will bid on them. Yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, I did notice he's got quite a bit of, he's got a few thousand buy it nows up. So it's like he's able to like, drop a few of them at auction and still have a bunch. Almost looks like a pine needle there. I really don't want to touch it. I mean, I guess I can zoom in. It just almost looked like a little flake of metal stuck to the coin. As I do when trying to like brush it off with my finger. Not okay, time traveler. Yeah, I mean, times definitely are getting tough for a lot of people. It's definitely going to be interesting, just, the economy as a whole, and then just, individually and in different sectors. Did whatever that was just disappear, like, after I tried to, like, touch it off? Maybe I flipped the coin over to check out the other side, and it just fell. It's okay, it makes it easier for me. Ooh, it looks like we got a memorial. We don't get to see many of those on here. But I was kind of amazed at how many, sets. And I guess if you get, whole mint sets, proof sets graded together, it's probably not that hard to piece together a bunch of proof sets. I find this one kind of interesting with like the little tail coming down off the D. And I'm not sure exactly what that is. But probably today, I know that sales were slow today, but probably by Friday here, like there'll be some awesome sales. This kind of looks interesting below the eyelid. Seems like a strange place for a scratch to be. I know this is somewhere that we're looking, and it doesn't really look double to me, but it almost looks like a scratch going, with that kind of bright rainbow line going straight across there. I wish I could zoom in one more time. I'll put that one to the side. We can take a look at it in the future. Do you have to redo all of your Lincoln proofs? It's definitely a lot of them. It's like I didn't even realize until I started looking at all the different kinds of coins there are, how long the Lincoln, set is, how long the series is to collect, because like say like the Franklins and stuff, like I'd only maybe owned one or two of them in my life. So I didn't really have an idea of how long they went for. And when I realized like how few years there actually are, it started to make me realize. And then I see some of these other coins, and like they're just, it seems like there's only a few years. Um, and it's weird too. It's like I feel like there's like a whole kind of air of coins that like I barely know anything about. You know, it's like I feel like I know like Mercury dimes like forward, but then you know a lot of the ones before Mercury dimes don't know that much about. And then it's the same thing with like nickels. You know, I know Buffalo nickels, but before Buffalo nickels, I don't know that much about them. And same thing with quarters. And so it's like I feel like Washington quarters is maybe like the second longest. So yeah, that's going to be quite a lot of coins, but it'll keep you busy. Drink some coffee, get that muscle memory going. You'll be firing them out. And if you only have to do the photos again, you know, you can bust them out a lot quicker than when you have to do all the listings. Almost looks like there's a little something under the eye there as well. Definitely looks like there's some damage above the eye. It's like sometimes I feel like it's really hard to see the contrast. Just to see like, does that go down? Does that go up? Dry my hand off. I took a sip of that water and my glass was all frosty. I have enough coffee in me. I'm gonna take it easy from it for a little bit here. Kind of an interesting looking eyelid here. It's like I went ahead and looked at, you know, a bunch of the doubled eyelids again. I don't remember seeing one like this. I think that this one got scratched just right through the eyelid, and I think that's why this one looks the way it does. Oh yeah, like check out the scratches on his forehead there. It's like someone was trying to like scratch him out. I was like watching some news, some news today, and watching people like, you know, talk on the news with like face masks on. And, you know, it makes sense, you know, that people are trying to like give good examples. But then I'm watching them and it's like, I'm watching these people talk and all I can think of is like Mortal Kombat. Like, it's like I'm just thinking of like Scorpio and, or Scorpion and Sub-Zero and like, just watching these people read the news and I'm like thinking like finish them like why it seemed like it was harder. And then I was thinking of like, you know, I don't know, like not being able to like read their lips, because it's normally something I do when I'm watching people is I'm paying attention to their like kind of micro expressions and, you know, what their face is doing, and, you know, sometimes things are just saying something else than, you know, what they're reading from their scripted, you know, teleprompters. Then I was like, oh yeah, what if, you know, what if somebody, I don't know, like, what if like Nixon was able to wear a mask and stuff, and it's like, what if like Ronald Reagan was able to like wear a mask, you know, and be like doing speeches like, read my lips, no new taxes. I don't know, it's definitely different. It's like, you know, it's like, I think it's like, it's humorous to me thinking of people like going and like picking up like boxes of coin rolls at the bank with like a mask on, because like, you know, not long ago that was just like a no-no. Like, you don't go into a bank with a mask on. You just don't. Hello, Blue Sandy, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Hello, hello, hello. But it's just amazing like how things change and like what was socially, you know, acceptable is all of a sudden not, and then, you know, what wasn't all of a sudden is. Just how things change. So we found a couple, I think we found 2 RPMs tonight so far in the first roll here. So we've had some luck, and we're going to keep on looking. You're doing okay? Are you still, I was meaning to ask again, are you still looking in the scavenger hunt? I know you've won a couple prizes, and just let me know if at some point you want me to send those out, or if you want to keep on looking. And congrats again on winning all those scavenger hunts. You've done awesome. Really appreciate you looking, because I feel like a lot of people gave up and said they're impossible, and like you proved a lot of people wrong. So good job. I'm doing pretty good today. I got a little bit more sleep, and I drank a little bit more caffeine, and I'm feeling pretty good being here tonight. I got to the beach today. I got to play around with the YouTube channel just a little bit, and so that was cool. It's like I kind of took a half a day off. Like it seems like I never ever take time off anymore. I just work and work and work. I got, you know, multiple hours outside, and it felt good. And I think I'm going to try to do it a little bit more, just because I was realizing, like, I was just going nonstop. I was like, I just need to, you know, get this, you know, do this, and then I can relax. And it was to the point where I was like coming up with more things I had to do so that I could relax in the future than I would be able to do before I died, which hopefully will be a very, very long time. But just, you know, just realizing, you know, the importance of, like, the reason that I do everything that I do is so that I can relax at times, and so that I can enjoy life. It's not just so that I can work harder and harder and harder until I go pop. And I think even with the pandemic and stuff right now, it's a good reminder, you know, to do things that are important in your life and important to you. Kind of feel like, looks like a pretty weak strike. I feel like I was seeing something that looked kind of like doubling. It might have just been the angle. No, I can't remember. I don't remember looking at the mint mark. So we shall check it out. I'm starting to kind of feel ready to start looking at some more mint cellos, and I guess if we do some more mint cellos here in the future, we'll probably start in the 60s and just keep working our way back. I've been trying to win more. You know, I thought I was going to try to win some of the dates, you know, and buy some of the dates that I didn't have, and everything's been getting bought out, and everything, I'm getting outbid on everything, like way over the prices that I was paying before. So I don't know if there's just more interest, if people, what's going on, but I was hoping to have a bunch more before I started going back, so that we could, you know, do like a couple weeks in the 60s and stuff. It looks like we have another memorial. Hopefully this one will be a cool memorial. Looks like a little scratch or something there. But yeah, it's funny, like when I do a bunch of mint cellos, I start to like miss doing these videos with the coin concentrates, and then when I do the coin concentrates for a little while, I start to miss the mint cellos. And so it's kind of on. It's kind of funny. It's like, I guess it's like whatever I'm not doing, I start to miss. But it's like part of me is like feeling like just kind of switching things up. Maybe I can just go back and forth every show I don't know, I like the idea of having some consistency. Yeah, I hope copper goes up with gold and silver. I mean, it usually shouldn't stay, it should go up relative to it. It should go up. I feel like with everything that's going on in the world, I feel like copper mining is probably down. Would you want to be down in a mine shaft working underground with a bunch of other people that may or may not have a virus? It doesn't seem like a very good place to it seems like if there was a virus in the hole, there would be virus in the hole. But I guess one thing that does happen though is when gold and silver goes up, they probably mine more other coins or other like that. I'm trying to think. Like I feel like a lot of like gold and silver. I feel like is usually a byproduct, or would it be copper as a byproduct of like gold and silver mining? I feel like one kind of subsidizes the other. You hope you clip the coins into flips. I say a notebook that held the flips so you can set it how you want it. I have a ton of notebooks. Like I used to have it filled with them all with Flying Eagle scents, so they already have flip pages. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. It wouldn't be at all. I could either that or put them in boxes, the red boxes that I have, and just have boxes of lamination. I like the folders because you can flip through and look at each one individually. I like the boxes because they take up less room, and it's easier to take them out and look at them closer. While the pages you can see them closer, but say it's harder to take each one out of the plastic, and if I was to be filming or something like this, it's hard to move the microscope across a big page. It's just easier to take them all out, and then it's also harder to microscope through the flip and the plastic page. But they're awesome for organizing them, like a coin show or something too. If I ever went to one of those and wanted to show people, it would be awesome. Looks like this one has a little bit of color on it, but it also looks like it's probably been cleaned. I kind of like how clean coins end up kind of having color on them, but at the same time it's damaging the coins, and so that's kind of sad. It's not the kind of color you want on a coin. You want nice natural toning. Or you want toning that's just bright and beautiful, even if it is unnatural with an older coin. It's occasionally I will pick up, a beautiful coin that I can't tell if it's natural or not just because it's so beautiful. I got a couple 1923 Ps that just are mint state and so bright and so beautiful looking. But I don't think that they're probably natural is my guess, but I don't know. I don't think PCGS knew either. So they gave it a genuine slab. Questionable color. Questionably beautiful. They were beautiful. I guess that wasn't questionable. It's just whether it was naturally beautiful. This one looks like it's been cleaned as well. Just, bright shiny surface with lots and lots of little scratches, lots of wear on his head. I feel like when I look down on this one though, it looks very, very circulated. But I think just because it's so flat, the light is bouncing off of it a bunch. off of its nice, bright, clean surfaces. How is the Massachusetts summer going over there? I haven't really been checking the East Coast weather. Has it been like a hot, humid summer? And wasn't there like a storm actually like a week ago? Were you saying that like the power was out for a bit? What happened with that? Did everything kind of like recover? Is the storm past now? Looks like possibly one of the better coins. There's a couple marks on this coin and some green, but probably the brightest natural red one that we've seen, even though I think it's probably technically a brown coin. A nice big mark on it up there. Just some trees down. It's like I live near like really big trees. Like on the East Coast I was not as worried when trees came down, even though I've seen trees on the East Coast like just tear a house in half. But like the trees, the redwoods out here are like gigantic compared to a lot of the ones I'd see on the East Coast. So it's like those ones I definitely am afraid of like falling. But at the same time, many of them are like hundreds and hundreds of years old, so I don't worry about them as much because I assume if they were going to fall down, they probably would have already fallen down. It's like I definitely liked it to collect these when there was like a little bit of doubling on the wheat ear. And it's like you see like there's like a little bit of doubling on the bottom of the E. Actually there's the whole E has, you know, the top has some. And I'm not sure if it was machine, or I guess there's kind of doubling up here. I think it's all machine. Yeah, there's a couple places that I take walks around here where like there are just like limbs like of like 200-300 pound like limb that just like hang right over the path, and these same limbs have just been like dangling there for like 3, 4, 5 months whenever I walk there. And it's like I always just like kind of like get to them and then like run underneath them, because you never know, like they're basically broken in half and just swinging back and forth by like just a little piece of something is keeping it attached. But they're just sketchy, like widow makers for sure. I don't think that I think that is just machine damage, but it was some pretty nice clear looking kind of doubling. It didn't look as shallow as a lot of ones like that I've seen. Here we go again with I don't think that this is an RPM. I think that it's probably damaged. I don't know, it's just funny because like it looks like it's split up at the top, and then there's this like, you know, chunk right there taken out or like overlaid. Now, let me turn it upside down to see if there's anything on the bottom that we can still see. It's like, I'm guessing it's more machine damage. Like you look at the 1 and the 9, it's like there's like kind of like a chunk taken out. Yeah, like the bottom of the D is like gone. The bottom's there, but like the top one, it's a 51. The top of it kind of looks split, and then it looks way wider. Silly coins. Why can't the ones that kind of look a little bit questionable Why can't they have, why can't they not be damaged on the places I need them to not be damaged? Yeah, and look at all the cleaning. I mean, the front was basically as cleaned as this. It's probably cleaned. Well, I mean, definitely clean. It's probably damaged from cleaning. Yeah, last fall we had a bomb cyclone here, and I'd never heard of a bomb cyclone here before, or yeah, bomb cyclone. And it just like tore the tops off a bunch of redwoods, and just like threw them down all around the property near me. It was pretty scary. Like 3-4 trees like fell down within a couple 100 feet. And they just like, you know, shook the house. It was pretty crazy. The road had like a half a foot. It was just like, you know, like fist-sized pieces of tree. You know, like you could drive over it, but it was like 6 inches to like a foot of like chunks of tree just like shredded up and turned into like, you know, like tennis ball to baseball sized pieces of tree. It was like the weirdest thing I ever saw. But you could like drive down the road, like the road wasn't blocked, but you had to like drive over all this like pieces of tree. I think I heard like now in California we have something called like fire cyclones too. It's like they just keep adding all of like the fun stuff that you can have go wrong. Like you think you've seen it all, and then it's like, nope, there's now fire cyclones. I think I'd saw some on the internet before, and they look pretty crazy. Alright, we got a couple more coins here before we get to the end of the roll, and then I have another roll here, of course. And I have another square tube here, and I have a round one. If anyone has a preference, just say square or round, and you will choose the future of what we look at next. It definitely seems like we've had a lot of mint marks on these coins here. It seems like most of the time it's like about half and half. It definitely seems like we go through rolls faster when when there's a bunch of Philadelphia. I don't know what's making. I'm gonna flip it over. It's like I don't see anything obvious. It's more like I feel like my brain is trying to like create something that I'm not seeing. Yeah, I don't think I see anything. It's like I feel like for most RPMs, it's like you should basically be able to look at it, and if you don't see something within, you know, a half a second of looking at it, there's probably not something there. It's like I kind of feel like I see something inside the eye here, but it doesn't look like it's identifiable as anything. About 5 or 6 years ago. That's pretty crazy. It's amazing what nature can do. It's amazing that there's like, you know, big cities, and that like big cities don't just like get like wiped off the earth by like a big storm that comes through. Maybe I shouldn't put that out into universal consciousness. Yeah, I remember like the snowstorms on the East Coast. Like I remember delivering snow, or delivering snow. I remember delivering newspapers in like 3 feet of snow in my little Geo Prism. It's like the only thing that kept me on the road was like my entire car would just be filled with newspapers, like front seat, back seat, trunk, everything. And so like all that weight would just like, keep me from like wiping out. I didn't hear round. I'm gonna choose round here because we just did a square roll. But nobody said what they wanted, so I choose. So we got a round roll here. But yeah, the newspapers would make my car so heavy that like I was able to keep traction on the road. It's like oftentimes I found myself out before the snow plows. It's like the snow, I think the last winter I was on the East Coast, the snow was so high that it's like I was delivering newspapers and it was so high I could not see around the corners. So it's like you can't stop in a snowstorm, when there's like multiple feet of snow on the ground. So you have to keep going, but I'd be going around these corners. And it was just like, you didn't know. I mean, fortunately it was like 1, 2 in the morning and I was like the only one stupid enough to be out there. So I had that going for me. I ended up like going to like Virginia in January, and I was at a hotel room in January when there was 3 feet of snow. I think this is like 2003. And I walked out onto a beach with like sandals and a shorts on and like no shirt. I was able to like go to the beach and I was like, wait, this is a choice. I don't have to be in 3 feet of snow. And I was like, all right, I think I'm moving somewhere else. And so I moved to California, and I fell in love with this place as soon as I came, and I went back to the East Coast quite a few times just to visit and stuff. But it's interesting how you can grow up somewhere and love it, but you go somewhere else and it just feels like home. It's like when I lived on the East Coast, it was like, I was, born and moved, different places with family. But it was, it was never somewhere I picked to be. It's a little die chip here. So it's just kind of interesting. It's like, it was funny too, because almost all my friends had moved to the West Coast. And then I move out here and they all move out, they all like move north or move south and then move back east. I feel like I'm like one of the only ones that actually stayed out here. I would say like most of my friends I grew up with, they all moved away and then they all moved back. I'd say like Massachusetts seems like it's like improved over the last 20 years or so. And I'd almost say that California seems like it has not improved over the last 20 years or so. But it's like I don't live here for the politics. I don't live here for the taxes, obviously. I mean, I guess they call Massachusetts Massataxis, or Taxachusetts, that's what we called it. But it seems like California like could like teach Massachusetts a thing or two. It seems like they have learned to tax pretty much everything. It's like there's nothing sacred and non-taxable anymore. Yeah, this one is just messed up. I'm not even gonna look. I usually don't just give up on a coin, but I was just looking at all the damage and watch. That was like, maybe I should at least look at the mint mark on the other one. I think I was like thinking about the eye, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to see anything here, even if there is. Let's see, it looks like a filled B. So I feel like a lot of times the filled Bs were in rolls that I thought had errors on them. So here, we'll go back and look at least at the mint mark, because I don't think we looked at the mint mark on the last one. And then we might as well look at the eye too, right? Did we look at this one? So it's like you get double taxed, where you have to pay tax. You have to pay tax in the one place, and then you have that you buy it in, and then you have to buy it again. Yeah, I think that's how it was. Like, you know, it's like if you went, a lot of people would like drive up to like Vermont and stuff, up the 91, and you know, buy stuff, and then, you know, they would drive back into Massachusetts. But I guess it was like technically tax evasion or something like that if you brought stuff without paying Massachusetts tax. It was just interesting because there were like, you know, whole groups of people who basically their job was just importing stuff into Massachusetts, you know, because it was so much cheaper. I definitely knew a lot of people who would, you know, basically they would just do runs. I think probably how it started, that kind of stuff, is like, at least when I lived in Massachusetts, I don't know how it is these days, but say like liquor stores and like alcohol sales were banned on Sundays, and so people would drive over the border just to like get a beer, and then they would drive back. And so then it's like, once you're, you know, already going over the border, then, you know, why not pick up some other stuff? They enforce more now. And so I guess it's like, if someone's doing it as a business, I guess I understand that it's like, you know, basically skirting, you know, paying the taxes that everyone else that's running a legitimate business is. But it seems kind of like, to me, like if it's just, you know, you're away for the weekend and you like go into a store and buy something for personal consumption, it doesn't seem like, it seems like you should be able to bring that back with you, finish it when you get home or whatnot. I think that one had a die chip on the reverse. Looks like we have a filled B here. It's going to be a roll of almost all filled Bs. But I do like when I'm seeing a bunch of filled Bs, because I thought the filled Bs were an error. And so oftentimes when we see a bunch of filled Bs starting to show up in a roll, then we see a bunch of errors as well. So hopefully that will be the case. Yeah, I think cigarettes are $11 a pack here as well. I believe they are. I haven't been into a gas station or a place where you can buy them in a little while here, so it's like I've been basically to the post office and like once a month food shopping. I think that this one's just damaged. Like, I feel like I can see something that looks like a split on the bottom, but then whatever looks split on the top looks like it goes right through it and leaves a bunch of bright shininess. So I'm thinking a no with this one. Yeah, it's just funny because, like, I mean, you know, whatever people believe about with, you know, whether cigarettes are good or bad for you, I mean, I'm pretty darn sure they're bad for you. But regardless, like, you know, the water we drink is polluted with lead. Like, you know, the like cooking pans we have, like the nonstick cooking pans are like, you know, will make your organs like glow like green. Like the Teflon will like give you like multiple kinds of cancer. It'll make, you know, the like gasoline we put in our car gives us cancer. The paint we have gives us cancer. Like, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Like, the air we breathe gives us cancer. The pesticides on our food, they give us cancer. And so, like, what's not giving us cancer? And I know that nicotine's addictive, and I'm not trying to say like pro nicotine here, but I guess my problem isn't that like people are allowed to make a choice, which I understand it is addiction. And so people kind of lose their choice by that. And so in some ways it's smarter to not let people smoke cigarettes. But it's like, if you're going to not let people smoke, just take them away, don't. But when you tax someone, or you tax a product that is addictive and you allow it to be sold, I think that is just as messed up as having it be sold to people when it's knowingly an addictive product. It's like, it's kind of like taking advantage of those people, and it's transferring the wealth from those people. It's transferring people's money, which are mainly lower income people who probably don't know, you know, haven't done their research on them. And it takes their money and it basically transfers them to the government. Like, I mean, like tobacco, for a pack of tobacco, it's probably like less than $1. And it's like the company probably, you know, makes a couple bucks off of them, but then like $11 a pack, who's making $7-8? And that money isn't like going into like a healthcare fund. It's going into like things like, you know, don't smoke cigarette commercials. And I see these commercials on TV, and it'll be showing people like smoking cigarettes doing the coolest, funnest things you've ever seen. It'll like be people like, you know, at nightclubs, driving fast cars, you know, having the best time of their life, smoking cigarettes, and then the commercial will end, and it'll be like, don't smoke. And I'm like, I want a cigarette now, and I don't even smoke. Like, what's going on? Like, this commercial was awful. Yeah, I always like it when they ask for my ID. I'm like, oh, you're flirting with me? I was like, thanks. I really needed that today. Thanks for asking for my ID. That made my day. Thank you so much. And then there's things like, you know, with like cigarettes and alcohol, you have to be 21 here now in California, I think. I think it's messed up that like you're allowed to like join the army and like die for your country, but you can't smoke a cigarette or drink a beer. I think that like, and I think I maybe heard that when you're overseas, you can, but then you come back to the United States and you can't. It's like, could you imagine being overseas in a war and being able to drink and smoke a cigarette, then coming back and like dealing with all the damage of that, and then having them be like, yeah, you can't drink a beer, you can't do this. It's like, I just went through hell. I want a beer, I want a cigarette. You go over there. Some things don't quite seem right in this country. The cash register won't sell to open, or it won't open to sell you them if you don't put your ID in there. Interesting. And so does it like take that information, does it take your ID and then like sell it to an insurance company, and then the insurance company won't give you health insurance? Or is it like just checking for the birth date? Does it just read the birth date and say like yes, no? Or is it like keeping that information? So it looked like a really nice buy error on this one. Like a really nice clear looking eye. So you can get arrested. Awesome. It's like here in California, like it seems like these days, especially with the pandemic, I hate to say it, it seems like you can pretty much like do anything you want and you don't even get arrested. You just get like cited and released. It's like before the pandemic, it seemed like people would like rob a house and they'd get cited and released. And I'm just like, whoa. It's like pretty much you have to do something really, really horrible to like actually have them put you in the prison or in the jail. It's kind of disconcerting. It's like, oh well, they didn't kill anyone, so we're gonna let them go. Right, so it looks like we have a partial Liberty error, like maybe 2/3 of an eye in this one. And then what does the state do with that information? It's like if you apply for, what would it be? I can't remember what, like here in California we have like Medi-Cal. I can't remember what the Massachusetts version would be. Sorry, I'm just looking at that 9. I'm guessing it's just some damage, but I feel like I saw... Yeah, I think there's damage. There's like kind of like some lower edge parts there. But this one did have a Liberty on it. So I think our next, the next giveaway is ending tomorrow night. I believe it ends tomorrow night at midnight, so anybody who's new to the channel who hasn't already entered all the giveaways, feel free to check out the giveaways. There's 4 in the description at the bottom of the video here. And I'm going to keep doing a giveaway, adding another giveaway every week. I think I'm going to have them end on Saturday night at midnight, just because we usually stream all the way to midnight on Saturday nights. And if it's ending at that time, then at the end of the stream we can announce a winner. Oh wow. Yeah, I remember all like the tobacco farms and stuff near where you live when I was growing up. And I think, what was it, like Hadley and South Hadley had like quite a few tobacco farms. Or I think, no, Hatfield. I think that's where I'm thinking of. It's like I remember all like the big tobacco barns, and they'd have all the tobacco leaves curing in them. And it's like when I was younger, I didn't know what they were. I'd like totally play with the tobacco leaves. And it's like, oh yeah, that's poison. Don't touch that. It absorbs through the skin fast. Yay! Sometimes the life's a miracle, or the miracle in life sometimes just feels like the fact that I'm alive. Oh no, I did some not so smart things. Definitely played with way too many fireworks and stuff when I was a kid. Like, I'm surprised I didn't end up like launched to the moon. Definitely had some fireworks do U-turns and like run me down. Hey Kayla, fan number 1, you woo. Welcome, good to see you again. Hello, hello, hello. Hatfield and South Deerfield, yeah. I forgot all about South Deerfield. So what was this one? Looks like a partial library on this one. I feel like I barely looked at it. Kind of reminds me of one of the last ones. Did we look at the eye? Or did I get how are you doing tonight, Kayla, fan number 1? And I was telling everyone just a minute ago as well, if you guys haven't entered the 4 giveaways in the description below the video, the next one ends tomorrow night at midnight. And so if I'm smart, I will stream till midnight tomorrow so we can do a live giveaway on the show, or at least announce the winner on the show. So it looks like we found 3 buys in this roll here. 3 buy Liberty Air, or Liberty, Liberty. 3 buy airs here. Make that 4. I was like, wait, did we already look at this one? Let me actually get zoomed in on it. A little farther over. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to make a little platform for these that like I can actually like scan the whole coin without like entering, like it's, I've just been, this came with my camera and it's just like this little black thing, but it, you know, works nice as a platform and most of the time it works fine, but sometimes I just get cut off. Awesome. I wish you guys good luck and thank you guys so much for entering. It seems like, I think 1 winner from the Philippines, I think 1 winner from Ohio. The last person, I think it was Jason. It was kind of interesting, like his email did not work. And so I messaged him and said, hey, PayPal is saying, you know, no, that I can't, you can't accept it. I'm like, if you have another email, shoot me another email. And so he did, and that went. And then he was messaging me through like Instagram. And then when I came back, Jason all of a sudden was like somebody totally different. Like the picture was different, the name was different, the whole bio was different, but our conversation was still there. And then last night, I totally see like Jason is now like a grandmother, and she's got 2 grandkids, and like lives in, I think it was like Wales or somewhere. But it's interesting doing giveaways online, I'll tell you guys that much. It's been like, wow, this person was this person. Now they're, you know, they're shapeshifters. There's shapeshifters on YouTube here and on the internet. We want conveyor belts. My friend Accredited Coin, hello. I have engineered biological conveyor belts, and I have spread them out all across the country. And these conveyor belts, they'll actually walk to the coins and pick up the coins, and then they read the dates, and they're actually so intelligent, these conveyor belts. They then, you know, classify them, and they actually put them on eBay for you. And then you're able to just type in some search functions in your browser, and these conveyor belts will post all of the coins, all the rare ones for you, and then all you have to do is buy them. It's very, very, very awesome, this new conveyor belt system. It's like essentially organized the entire United States full of coins. David Carlisle, welcome, good to see you. One of the first people I met on YouTube. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for coming by. How are you doing? The Slavinator 3000. She faked she was Jersan. Yes. I mean, I don't know why this, you know, this grandmother needed to fake that she was Jersan, but Jersan appears to have been a shapeshifter. But anyway, Jersan got their $10, which was converted to Great British pounds. Was this a library error again? And then after they got it, they said, "Hey, will you send me one more pound? I'm so close to a £10 gift card." And but I was just like, oh wow, that's the first person I've like given $10 to, and then they're like, "Can I have more?" And it's like, yes, I have 4 more giveaways. Enter them. You have, it seems like about 300 people have been entering the giveaway, so it's like a 1 in 300% chance. And if that person can shapeshift, they can probably create multiple accounts, and they might have a little bit better chance. Alright, so this was another buy, so we're up to 4 buy errors in this one. So the first roll, there were 2 RPMs. Oh, this one I think is going to be a lamination error. I think I can see it right across the coin. No mint mark, so we'll skip that. The eye looks pretty worn. Well, thank you for coming by. Okay, have a good night, Kayla fan number 1, you woo. Have a good night. I hope your son gets a good night too, and I wish you guys a beautiful day tomorrow. I will see you in the future, I hope. And good luck on the concert and contest, and thank you for entering. So yeah, this one looks like it's got a nice lamination error just running west to east or east to west, whichever way you want to say it, but very nice. Thick lamination error going there. So we'll flip that one up, we'll write a lamb. Did she follow you? Did she come with you? Or did you come with her? Or you guys just end up bumping in at the same places? And so, yeah, the next, for people who came in late, I know I just repeated this, but there are 4 contests in the description below the video here. There's also another contest going, I guess, meanwhile, that if we do get 25 people in here, I've been trying to get it to happen a couple nights here, and we've done it once before, so I believe we can do it, but I'll do a cash PayPal giveaway somehow. We'll figure out a way. If we get 25 people in here at the same time. But probably not going to happen, so I won't worry. But there are the 4 giveaways with the Gleam.io website, and the links are in the description below. But I know that's not why you guys come here. You guys come here to look at coins. But I'm just trying to give back, and thank you guys, everyone so much. It's been awesome getting to 4,000 watch hours, becoming a YouTube partner this week. It looks like we're just like 10, 15 videos from 5,000 coin videos now. So that's been pretty cool. And it looks like we have another lamination error here. So that's the second for the roll. This one goes north to south or south to north. Kind of looks like, I don't know, I kind of want to run up and down it, zoomed in a little bit to see what that looks like. Kind of looks like it's starting to peel. Maybe we'll do a drive-by on the mint mark, and then we will follow it up to the nose. Kind of looks like that peels over right there. And there's the nose. We'll follow it to the eye. Almost looks like a little dot of something in there, but I'm already flipping this one. So it looks like the lamination error peels up here a little bit. Follow it over here. I think it goes back up over here. Ooh, we got some toning on that peel. It revealed some perp. some perp. The trust here looks kind of cool, the way that it's just peeling up around the T, and the R almost looks like it's ready for liftoff. It's just gotta like go 3D on us and just bend right off the screen. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that one. I like how the purple is just hiding underneath there. Makes me want to just cut open a bunch of coins to see what they look like inside. It's a jumpy one. It's feisty. I'll get it in here. All right. Tried to get away. All right. What do we have next? Yeah, I think I was definitely right when I started. When I started seeing the filled Bs. And I feel like anytime I've had a roll that starts to have a bunch of filled Bs and Liberty, I feel like I start to, that it was like an air roll that I had started building. Kind of looks like, I don't know, I'm still new to looking at the doubled eyelids here. I feel like I see like a little like thing underneath there, but I don't know if that is one of them, so I'm not going to say I found a doubled eyelid. I believe this is just damage. I believe everything got sheared over. You know, I don't think the laminate, it's going to like have a lamination peel right in the middle there. PMD, post-mint damage. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I do find like the little lines up here sometimes, or maybe there's just one. It almost looks like there's two. It's got bell lines. I mean, normally I just see like, you know, sometimes one line up at the top of the coin near the rim, but this one's got two. I think that kind of looks cool. I don't know what does that. So I think that was, I think whatever those lines were the most interesting thing there. And so yeah, a lot of these coins are not airs. You know, these rolls I put away like 10, 20 years ago when I was just going through thousands and thousands of rolls and thousands of 5,000 count bags. And it's like I'm finally have the time. And basically I'm getting to go through all these with people now instead of just going through. I kind of like was dreading going back through these. And at the same time I was like, oh, I'll retire off these coins, and then realizing, wow, I put away a lot of damaged and a lot of cleaned coins. This is kind of sad. But then I find lots of cool coins and a lot of errors and stuff too. So that makes me not so sad. Looks like the L kind of disappears into the rim here. It looks like maybe a later stage die. I feel like some of the stuff is kind of, you know, the 5 there is filled. I might have put that away because of the 5 or the L being kind of disappeared. It is what it is. We will keep looking, see if we can find something better. But yeah, I'm still learning, but I definitely know more than I knew back then. And so in the process of not knowing all the things I was putting away, I put away a lot of damaged coins. We'll check the other side again here. Other side looks pretty good. I definitely saw the kind of crushed area. Maybe this is bent. I mean, the reverse is really what I want to look at, but I think that this is just too far zoomed in, so we'll zoom back out. But yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe this got dug out. Maybe something got you know, maybe it's like struck through grease. Maybe the coin, let's see if it looks bent. No, it just looks like there is like a little kind of very shallow crater there. I mean, that's what I'm seeing for the most part here. There does seem to be a lot of little scratches, but really it's about as much as there is around the coin. I'm honestly not sure what would have caused this. I feel like my best guess is that like it was struck through something or struck through grease. If anybody has a thought or opinion on this one, I'd love to hear it. It's like normally it's like if I saw something like this, I check the other side, see if there's a reason why it could be flat. I don't see things pushed out on the other side. I mean, Lincoln's, maybe I just can't tell because there's not quite as much detail. Maybe it's damaged. I'm going to put this one to the side here. I'm not sure about it. And I can guess this and I can guess that. Filled B almost looks like it wants to be a Liberty there. I don't think that counts. We'll take a look at the reverse, then we can see it a little bit more up close. We'll check out the mint mark, we'll check out the eye. 57D. That's just some black marks that kind of make it look circled there. So yeah, I don't think this counts as a Liberty. It's just interesting. Normally I feel like the build up kind of occurs at the bottom and the center. Do you think it might have been struck? That's the best thing I could guess there too, David. I'm just not sure of what it is on the other one. And I'm not sure if this counts as the beginning of a Liberty. I mean, that E, it has a lot of extra thickness, I feel like. Or is it just missing the top? First glance, it looks extra thick, like that E section, but I'll put that one aside too. We'll take a look at the next one. We'll start at that part of the coin. Alright, so this one does look like a Liberty with a filled. Yeah, that E was extra thick. It's almost like if it was a Liberty, it was like, starting on the edge of the E. Yeah, that thing is just filled up. Let's see, so yeah, this one has a mint mark, so we'll check it out. Hopefully we'll run through a couple RPMs here. That would definitely be nice. But at the very least we have a buy error on this one. Gosh, that's a lot of little metal chunks filling that up. A little bit of color on this coin. A little bit of toning. I've lost track of how many buy errors we've gotten now. It's like I should have like running tallies or something here on the stream. Because I feel like it must be like 1,000 buy errors here now. Would probably get, I mean, I guess I could like write them down and then add them at the end of the stream. I feel like I've seen other people's streams when they find cool, like kind of cool things they're looking for, it'll get tallied up, but I feel like they usually have someone else who they're filming with as well, who's keeping track of things like that while one person searches. So this one, Looks like a filled 9, so that's probably what we're going to find. I thought that filled digits and stuff were something to look for. I looked for anything that was different. And now I know a bunch of stuff that just because it looks different. Looks like we got the filled B as well. It doesn't mean it is anything. We'll zoom back out here, see if we can spot anything. If I try to move around the coin all zoomed in, I get lost. So I will put this one back in the tube. Someday, 10, 20 years ago, when I pull these out again in the future, I will know, oh my gosh, look at this one. I will know so much more in the future. Please tell me that this is like some crazy error coin and that's why I put it in. I love this. It's like, well, maybe it's an error. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Time Traveler. Not this time. Oh, this one's a little baby by error. Filled 9. I feel like that's like, you know, one of the good things about going through so many 57s and 58s is that it seems like there were a lot of errors in them. You know, there was a lot of RPMs and there were a lot of buy errors. We'll take a look at this little baby one. So cute. It's like it's got one of those little baby backpacks on the back of the E. It's just carrying that little cud. Or I guess it's not a cud, but it's got, maybe it's not considered a full buy. Maybe it's like, you know, it's like a baby buy. It's going to be a buy when it grows up. Ooh. I think I see something through all that junk. It's kind of awful. The 57D. Here, we'll check out the rest of it and then we'll... I've seen on other channels that they have like and a filled B. I feel like I've seen on other channels like they'll have like a little wooden tool, like it's like a pencil, but it's just like, maybe it's a toothpick, maybe that's what it is. It just looks really big under a microscope, but they'll just get in there and they'll move all that grime. I mean, this coin is not mint state anyway, so it's, I don't know who I'm kidding. It's like, I mean, look at this, there's like something like cleaved off here, you know, there's like black stuff stuck to the coin. There's like green grime, yeah, there's like mustard and ketchup down here, I don't know. But, we'll zoom in here again, toothpick. Yeah, why don't I have toothpicks? I've got a pen, I've got a key. I know, I honestly feel like I can see an RPM in there even without it. But it's a 57. It's like I'd like a pine needle or something would be great. Something that's like hard. I don't know, maybe I can put this one aside. It's like I don't even know what that stuff is. Like it's... I see this stuff on coins and it's not like, you know, the green buildup. It like... Maybe it's like salt water or something. Maybe it's salt. But it definitely builds up on coins. And it kind of looks like it's crystallized. But up at the top there, I feel like I see a notch. Oh no, like the bottom almost looks like there's like 2 notches. Let's see if we can get it on a better angle on the bottom. And why don't we try doing that on the other side? Hey Scent Hoarder, welcome to the channel. How are you tonight? Hello. So yeah, I apologize for not having one of these tools that I've seen other people use in other channels. Most of the time I can see what's going on. I don't feel like that looks any better on this side. It's doo-doo. How about a Q-tip? Sorry, I might have a Q-tip. I'd have to run somewhere. Let me put this one off to the side, and we can see if I can find a Q-tip here in a few minutes. Just because I don't want to run around on you guys and then not find one. So let's see, this one looks like it's got some filled stuff going on. And so, Cent Hoarder, if you came to the channel for any of the giveaways, there are 4 cash PayPal giveaways in the description below the video. And so one of them ends tomorrow night. And if you came for the coins, we've got plenty more here tonight. So I don't see anything on this one here, just a filled B. And possibly here in a few minutes we can massacre a coin with a Q-tip. It'll be a first on this channel. I haven't done it yet. I might be frightened to see what happens. Thank you. It just looks like damage to me. Alright, let's check this out. Is this the one? Do you guys have any preferred methods for using a Q-tip on a coin? Is it rub as lightly as possible, dab, or just give it a new... We'll just softly dab. We'll see what that does. Yes, we could greatly increase the value of the coins that we have by making videos showing people how to destroy their coins. Like, hey, welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight I'm going to show you 100 ways to destroy your coin. Alright, we're going to go with a little bit tougher approach here. Let's see what that looks like. No. Let's see if we can find out why all those coins looked cleaned in the past. Let's try that. Wow, it's really on there. Maybe we'll try focusing just on... I feel so bad I never do this to coins. You know? I don't have anything like that Cent Hoarder. Yeah, this well, maybe we can see a little bit more. But whatever, yeah, I don't... Oh la la. A toothpick just fell on me. Let's see if let's see if I can do this. You guys can watch me massacre this thing. Oh my gosh, it's so... Yeah, I don't know. I thought this was gonna... I thought the... It's amazing, like I never looked at, whoops. I never looked at one of these underneath and saw how big the end of it was. I thought I'd be able to go right in there in the hole. Just get it in there, come on. It'll fit. I'm not doing it right. Let me try this. Oh no. Alright. Let's see if I made any progress here. Let's see what kind of damage. It's stubby, yeah. Let's see. It looks, no, it's like now I can't see the part on the top. It's like now, oh, the top serif disappeared. Alright, let's I'll use some real pressure with this Q-tip. It's like, oh, it's clean. Let's see what we did to it. Oh, that worked. And look, I removed half the mint mark. Well, that definitely worked. It's not like this was a mint. Wow, it's like a whole different coin. And now it's all like polishy. It's all smooth. It's all shiny. And I'm not as convinced now that it is RPM. I don't know, actually the bottom kind of looks like it has a split now. Yeah, I need to sharpen my PV pick. I'll take a moment of silence. Let's check out that bottom again here. I don't know. I know I like the RPMs that this one looks like a candidate, but like I'm just not able to say yes. Like I mean, I feel like I can see kind of a split on the bottom, and then like the top is what was interesting. I don't know. But it's like it's so flat and it's really 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 hard to see. But gosh, looks so big under a microscope. I just never noticed it before. Guess yeah. All right, so next coin, right? Oh wait, no, same coin. All right, so I don't know. What's your guys' thought? Take a circulated wheat cent, look at it in the show chat, then wipe it on your forehead behind your ears and look at the coin. Oh, behind your ears? There's lots of good oil there. That's not a bad idea, Scent Hoarder. I mean, there's no oil behind my ears. I usually just use my nose. It's way better. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said ears. You said rears. Let me try rears. I haven't tried that before. That might work better. Let's see it now. You guys are silly. Is this one still just a little bit of doo-doo stuck in there? Or is that a Liberty Air? Or like a very, very faint one? Well, I'll try anything once. Let's see. I don't know. I think that might just be a little bit of doo-doo. It's kind of hard. There's all this stuff all over the coin now. Oh, look at it all in there. Alright, I'll put that one aside. Another one. I'm just not so sure about it. Oh, this one's got that same look. It's almost like little crystals. What was I collecting? I know. This one's green. It's probably got emeralds in it. It'll be worth a fortune. Anything? I'm not seeing it. I feel like we've had pretty good luck with this roll anyway. I think we'll probably have a couple more nice coins. But I think we've got maybe like 2/5 of a roll here left. And I'm thinking that's probably going to get us there tonight. We'll see. I'm going to be able to stay up till midnight tonight. I maybe should just do it at 2 rolls tonight, but I am having fun, so it's kind of hard to... It's like I've been trying to pace myself lately. Everyone keeps telling me, get some sleep, you look exhausted. But it's like now I drink so much coffee, I'm awake. And it just feels good. It's like I swear, I wake up like so exhausted and so tired, and all day I'm like, I'm so tired, and then I drink a bunch of coffee before bedtime, and I'm like, I'm awake, yes, finally I'm awake, it finally worked. And it's like I'm so happy that I'm awake. Alright, so here's another buy error. It looks like this one's been cleaned. Maybe we can find a double on it, maybe we could find one more thing on this coin. I feel like a lot of the buy errors that I do find, there is a second thing going. Like I'll find a buy on it, and then I'll find like a lamination error on the reverse. About a week sent order. It says something about non-matching zip codes, or you notice that the eBay address and the PayPal label address had different zip codes. If I use a PayPal, I might not be answering your question, but if I do whatever eBay prints out on the shipping label, if I use the shipping label that eBay creates, I use whatever's there. If somebody asks me to like do a different one, I do not dare. I do what they registered with eBay, and that's it. If a customer ever asks to ship something somewhere else other than the address that they registered with eBay, don't do it. Say there's like, you just cancel the order and tell them if they want to like, order with that address, they can change their stuff. Otherwise, I think like they can say, never got it. But I think it like takes about a week. Yeah, if you have tracking for the item, which I recommend everything on eBay that you have tracking. Basically with eBay, if you don't have tracking and the item gets delivered to the person's house and they open the item and, keep it, they can say they never got it. And unless you have a tracking that shows that you mailed it on time, they just get to keep it. It's that simple with eBay. Kind of lame, right? But at the same time, eBay likes it when you ship stuff fast. And so if you ship things first class, it gets there fast, and then you get tracking. But they're just trying to convince everybody basically to do first class and have tracking. And it does make a better experience. When I first started doing eBay, you'd be waiting 6 to 8 weeks for delivery on stuff, and it's like, wait, is this ever coming? Is it ever coming? But so you're saying it shows that it's been there for 6 days. If it shows delivered, it's delivered. eBay, it takes, I believe, 7 days. If it's a brand new PayPal account, or you're brand new at eBay, I believe there's a 7-day hold regardless of when it got delivered. I think they do it to make sure that people are legit. Like I just opened a second eBay account, and even though I have an eBay account that I've had for like 17 years, that money and that money from that sale I just had on my eBay account like a week ago, it's still on hold, even though like excuse me, darn smoke in the air up here. California's on fire. I believe it for your first 10 transactions on eBay, they put it on hold for a week. Like that, I mean, it's like, I would say I'm a big seller because I have like, I think like 7,000 feedback. I think I'm working on 8,000 now. But I just created a new account a couple weeks ago and it has 0 feedback. And that money's been on hold for over a week now, or just about a week. Which it's kind of insane because if someone, let's say you start an eBay account to make money, if you don't have money to like ship that first item and they hold all the money that you have, it's like you don't even have the money to like ship it unless you have money. It's like the old adage or whatever it is, like sometimes it takes money to make money. And it's like I never usually have a problem with them, holding something. I think if there's like an open dispute on your account, maybe they would hold stuff. But otherwise, the only reason I can think of is that it's a brand new account and that they hold it for about a week. Perhaps it's a week after delivery. But it's like, it's kind of frustrating when you're first starting eBay with those kind of little jumps that they make you do, and they just make it a little harder. The selling limits make it hard. Like it's like you get all into things. You're like, I'm going to create an eBay store. I'm going to list all these items, and then they're like, you've listed your limit. You've gotten to your seller's limit, and then it's like, but I want to list more. I want to make some money. And then it's like you have to wait. But Accredited Coins here, like he's gotten his seller's limits like boosted up. So if you ever have a question about how to sweet talk customer service at eBay, Accredited Coins is like master at it. When I used to call up, when I was trying to grow my eBay store, they would not budge anything. I was so surprised when they said, or when you said that they were willing to do it not only like twice, but 3 times for you. I was like, you got to give me some tips on how to talk to eBay customer service because I never get anything done. It's like I dread it more than anything. It's like I know that it's going to take like an hour or 2 of my day, and I know that nothing is going to happen, that nothing's going to get fixed. Maybe I need to manifest a better scenario unfolding from the time, and I feel like I've tried it before and then I'm always ultimately disappointed, and I'm like why did I think that this would be any better? I swear they're trained to give you false promises, tell you everything will be okay, and get you off the phone as fast as possible so it looks like they fixed the problem with record speed, and they'll tell you everything will be fine. And then like 5 minutes later, you'll get like please conduct a survey telling us about your eBay. Did they fix the problem? And it's like, you want to say, yes, they fixed the problem. But it's like funny if I wait to find out, like if I wait 24 hours to see if the problem was fixed, then I go to click on the link 12 hours later, and guess what? Sorry, time has expired to conduct this survey. And it's like, so if I was to answer it immediately, they would get positive feedback because they told me everything was fixed. And when I would answer it, I would believe everything was. But if I wait long enough to find out if they were telling me the truth or not, then I can no longer give them negative experience report. It's very interesting how they set it up. So you only use chat. Yes, and it's like impossible. Like it's like Accredited Coins and I, we both have eBay stores, and one of the things that you're supposed to get as a benefit is like dedicated 24-hour support with like a tier one, eBay worker who is supposed to be like trained specifically how to deal with like stores and selling and just everything. And it's like now you can't even call up and talk to a person. The only people that can call up and really talk to people is if the buyer doesn't, if it like the buyer doesn't receive their item. It seems like those people have customer service, but like on the seller's end, it's a nightmare. It's like everything is like an automated service. But it sounds like Accredited Coins here is getting luck with chat. I haven't had any personal luck with chat, unfortunately. It's like a little something under the D here. And I feel like we saw a coin like this earlier, and then I was like, oh yeah, and there's something, a little something underneath. Maybe that's not as big underneath the S or the 5. So this is a 57D. I don't know this one, if there is like some sort of D over D that looks like that. It's not known to me. I have seen a couple Ds that look like that tonight, so it is maybe something for me worthwhile to look into. If anybody is in the know here, let me know. Oh, that sounds like a nice coin. I would give it a week max. And I definitely hope, I think I may have saw that. Was that certified by PCGS? I think I saw that coin and I was like, oh, that looks nice. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I have enough money to spend on that right now. Otherwise, you might have been asking me about this coin. I'd be like, oh yeah, I bought that coin from you. In another reality, it could have been me. Didn't that just like end like a day ago or something though? Or has it already been, I don't know, time flies. Was that this weekend? Did you ship it Monday? Or you said that it got delivered 6 days ago. I don't know. Time has been pretty crazy. I've just been working nonstop. Like today was like the first day I feel like I took a break in a little while ago. Okay, well I will check. I will check for auctions. Here's like a beginning, another little baby Liberty Air here. I definitely watch the small cent category of certified stuff on PCGS coins on eBay a lot. Probably 2,500 of my PCGS graded coins on eBay are all small cents. I just love them, but I just started branching into nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollars about 3 weeks ago now. So I've been, it's like I go to one category where I'm pretty much able to buy everything that I possibly want to, like trying to like buy in every category, and I kind of like keep buying, over my limit, and then it's like I need to slow down. But it's just like a heyday of like, oh wow, there's so many coins to buy all of a sudden that I'm not buying just Lincoln cents. And so, yeah, I need to slow down. I don't have my email on here just because every time I put out an email on YouTube, it gets flooded. But I do have a bunch of social medias in the descriptions below here. You can contact me through my Instagram or Facebook. My eBay account also has, there's also a link to my eBay account, same name as the channel here, and you're welcome to send me a message through there. And so if it's an eBay related item, it'll be, right where I'm able to check. And it seems like sometimes I feel like people say they send my Facebook and my Instagram stuff and I never see it afterwards. but I always see my eBay stuff when people send me stuff there. Seems somehow to be a more secure messaging place. But you know, if you're listing the graded coins, I will see them there. But if you tell me, so, hey, check this one out, you know, I will definitely 100% see. If it's like an auction, I usually don't see it until the last 24 hours. I usually like just wait until things are to the last day, and then I'm usually checking the buy it nows and hitting refresh for newly listed all day. This one kind of looks like an RPM here. I feel like I can see a split at the top and the bottom. Looks like a 57D. It's not, you know, it's probably a pretty minor one here. Maybe turn it on its side and just see if we're still seeing the same thing. Yeah, I feel like I can still see it here. Right here, I'm going to do that just because a few nights in a row people have been sending me stuff. Oh. I think I see what happens. I think they started... Interesting. Hold on. That's very interesting. I thought that it was, a bunch of people that were messaging me that all the messages are here, but they didn't instantly come through. Okay, I didn't see you there. eBay's 100% dead for you? All right, let me check out eBay. I feel like eBay's been on a backup server. Let me try eBay real quick here. You sent the word hey. Let me check again. I got a hello. I got a hi, how are you? This strip. I want to sell coins. I would like to sell what I have in rare currency. I am a Nigerian prince. If you're in a cheeky mood. Oh boy. No hey. It's what I'm used to getting messages is hey, hey there, hey. Here, let me try one more place. Nope, that was it. Maybe it just takes a little while because say, oh, there it is. Hey with 3 Ys. Got it. All right, we are connected. All right, sorry, Al. Just having a little fun there. Getting connected. If you guys haven't gotten connected with each other, I highly recommend it. It's always a good time to meet new people. Yeah, just, I don't know, it seems like a dead night on eBay to me too. I kind of feel like sometimes accredited coins that eBay is really down or in maintenance, or, I mean, every day that I'm on eBay, it's like more and more like, error, we can't do that, sorry. Like, I can't even delete things in my watch list for like the last 36 to 48 hours. It won't let me delete stuff in my watch list, and I'll watch like 300-400 items in a day, and then as prices go to places I don't want to bid on them anymore, I delete them. I don't bid out of my bid thing, I bid out of my watch list, and it won't let me anymore. It drives me crazy. Hopefully this is not like a new norm for eBay, but I feel like they're on backup servers or like rerouted some weird way. It is definitely is not the normal eBay experience. Like I think like every time I refresh my page, there's a different error on the screen. I've tried multiple browsers. Like, you know, I have a good computer. It's not my computer, that is for sure. But eBay, I think it's only got like maybe 6 months to a year left on it. It's like dying. It's like we were saying the other night. It's like I love eBay, but like dealing with it is like dealing with like someone you love who is like dying and there's nothing you can do. It's just you can love them, but you just gotta watch them die. That's the only thing you can do. It's just sad. It's like a lifelong partner on their way out. That looks cool. 57D. I'll just imagine that this is like some fancy double die until we zoom in, and then it's like, yeah, it's just machine damage. But for a moment, look at that beautiful double die. You just got some eBay stock? Yeah, no, I sold all my eBay stock a couple years ago. Or I'm sorry, not a couple years ago, like a decade ago. I was buying eBay stock on a regular basis. I was like, you know, and it was funny because like I was an eBayer, and so it was like I was investing in the platform, and then it was like by the way that eBay treated me as, you know, a partner, I was just like, I don't want anything to do with this business as far as stock, as like it just totally, you know, I'd like be talking customer service on the phone, and it was like awful. It's like I'm not used to seeing. I mean, it must be a die chip sitting in that U and Unum, because I'm definitely not used to it. So when you say eBay is 100% dead for you, is it just like no sales tonight, or is it like this eBay is not working? Let's take a look at this damage on the coin. I like how all the, gosh, that's so, yeah, no, there's been no offers all day long. I had one offer from the middle of the night that I accepted in the morning. It was like a few days ago. Yeah, no new watchers, no send offers, no nothing all day long. That's why I think it's just on a backup server. I think they're just, but, and then again, like, it's weird though, because the bidding works. I won a ton of stuff today. But I also think it's like people are having to pay their eBay fees. They're all going to be billed in a couple days. And I feel like right before that happens, everybody, you know, that's their priority. They're just trying to pay their bills for their for the month. So yeah, I think I wanted to look at the little clog here. It's a little cutie. All right, we can at least write chip on this one. But yes, I agree. eBay has been dead. It's okay. It comes and goes. You know, it sounds like you're on the stock market accredited coins. Like so, like when I was getting into like trading on the stock market, it was like I wanted to read every book I could find, and I was like, why is every book the psychology of stock market? You know, psychology of trading, psychology of this. It's like everything is psychology. But it's like the way I've been feeling like the last couple months, it's like I'll have better sales, like things will be on fire. I'm like, I had the best sales again today, the best sales again, the best sales. And then it'll be like, no sales, no sales, no, and it's like, well, am I doing something wrong? What's going on? And it kind of gets, so it's like the psychology is like not getting emotionally like enveloped, and it's like I'm so not doing a good job taking my own advice right now. But like eBay, no rhyme, no reason. Like I try to make sense out of it, I boggle my mind, try to make sense out of it. I can give you no real concrete evidence. You know, sometimes when gold and silver are rallying like the way they are, it'll, you know, coins and stuff will go dead. I will say if gold and silver you know, go up tomorrow. I would say it's probably going to continue to be kind of dead. I'd say if gold and silver have a nice dip tomorrow, it's going to be um, a good day, because it seems like whenever gold and silver seem to dip, it seems like I have really good coin sales. I feel like when I used to like buy and sell gold a lot, one of the things I noticed, and I haven't been buying and selling gold, so it's like I haven't been keeping track. But one of the things I used to notice, it was like it would like kind of rally, like Monday through Thursday, gold and silver would kind of rally and go up, and then Friday it would like usually like tank, like right before the weekend it would tank. And I don't feel like it did that the last couple weekends. Like now that I think about it, I feel like it went up high, and then I was like, okay, if I don't buy this weekend, then if it goes high, it's gonna just make or break this weekend. But in the past, I used to like buy and sell like Monday through Thursday, or like buy Monday through Thursday, and I'd sell Fridays, and then I'd buy Monday through Thursdays, and I'd sell Fridays. But I don't do that anymore, so I'm not up on the numbers. But it's fun to like watch them. Yeah, I kind of think there's going to be a cash crunch too. Like, it seems like all this money was put into banks, and I feel like all the banks just like sealed it away in their vaults and went hee hee hee. I don't think that all that money is being lent to people. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't tried to borrow. This one, like M, kind of looks interesting there. I'm guessing. I don't know. I want to look at it closer. But do you see how like it looks like this M just like keeps going? I want to see if that is raised up or not. I'm guessing it's probably like a scratch just parallel to it. Digging it up. It looks like somebody thought this thing was gold. Looks like a little mouse was like, it's golden cheese. But if that is like really raised up, it would be kind of interesting. And maybe it's just like a scratch that goes right off of it. I think. I know it's interesting because it does look like it keeps going. But maybe it got scratched all the way down it. It's an odd one. I think it got scratched all the way down it, and metal was just kind of dragged and then eventually scratched into it. It's funny looking though. Hey, 710 is oil upside down. Welcome. Cheers. Hello. So I will give everyone the warning, and I apologize. 710 is oil upside down. We just have a coin or two left here. And this is going to be the last roll for tonight, because I'm not going to be able to keep going until like 1 in the morning tonight. But on the bright news, we are doing bonus streams pretty much every night of the week. And tomorrow I have one of the cash PayPal giveaways is ending tomorrow night at midnight. So I think tomorrow I will do a bonus stream, and we'll go till midnight so that we can do the PayPal cash giveaway at the end of the stream. But welcome, 710 is oil upside down. Hope you're having a good night. We'll look at a couple more coins here. We've been having a good time. We found tons and tons of buy errors, a couple lamination errors, a couple RPMs, some really damaged, messed up coins, some cleaned coins, pretty much all over the place. But I'd say pretty nice even rolls. Not the best roll concentrates I've gone through from my roll hunting days, but definitely not the worst. I feel like we had one night a couple nights ago where like we found a couple things, but it kind of felt like the closest to a skunk roll that we've seen on this channel, which I could only imagine if I was still buying my coins to search from on eBay, I would probably get a lot of skunk rolls. But I haven't bought unsearched pennies on eBay, nor would I recommend it to anyone in like over a decade. I buy certified coin, or I buy PCGS graded coins for the most part these days. Pretty much 99% of what I buy, and usually when I'm buying coins, it'll be like mint cellos or like a mint set. It'll be something in high grade condition. Which I'm not sure what we're doing next, but I basically have, I think I have like 10 to 20 mint cello rolls, like 50, all of the same date and mint, from the 60s. I think I have like a 60 proof roll, I think a 62 proof roll, a 64 proof roll, a 63 P&D business strike roll, and a 64 and 64D business strike roll. And then I have like a ton. Here's that, here's the one that I couldn't tell if it was a Liberty with just super, super thick E. I kind of feel like this is kind of a Liberty error that maybe got smashed. But then I have like, I think like 7 or 8 1956 proof rolls of mint cellos, and then like, I think like 8 57s, and then a 58 and a 59 proof roll, and then like a mixed one that goes from like 56 to 60, I think. So I have like a ton of proof rolls that I need to make videos of and look through, and then I have all the mint proof sets that I haven't opened yet that are unopened. And so we're going to be busy here in the future. It's going to be fun, but I can't fit it all in tonight, that is for sure. And then I have a lot of plans too, which I'll be letting you guys all know about in the next couple weeks. I finally got my fancy little join button. I guess YouTube thought that I should have one, and so I did one, and I'm gonna add some other features and perks and stuff. So like nobody join a membership yet, because I'm gonna put a bunch of fun stuff up on there. I just did a basic one just to see if I could get the button to work, and the button worked, and so I'm happy with my little button. I know this one does kind of look like an RPM now that I'm looking at again with fresh eyes. I feel like I can see the split on the bottom, and I can see the split on the top, and I cleaned this puppy with a Q-tip. It's my first coin I've ever cleaned. I don't know whether to feel proud or sad, but yeah, I'll need to get my very own little PV stick. I'll need to like find something that I can sharpen a toothpick with, and then I'm going to need to get steady hands, and then I will be able to clean and damage coins all the time for you guys. We can start a new stream where we just damage and destroy coins. Like Accredited Coins was saying, we can like put one on top of a firework and put it under a microscope, and you guys can all see what happens. This is like a 10-year-old Dino-Lite. I've had it for a long time. I have looked on eBay, and you can find ones like this. I think they're still like $120 after 10 years. And you can buy ones that are a little bit more expensive. I think mine is a 0.5 megapixel. And I think you can definitely do better these days. I do like the Dino-Lite, but I have to imagine after a decade there is a far superior product out there. No membership button. It should be there. I can see one on my spare, unless they took it. I did add a second one to it, so maybe it's taken away. Oh yeah, it's the join button. I mean, maybe they just show it to me and they don't show it to other people. But tomorrow I will have one up there with, I believe it seemed like the first one took about 12 hours for it to show up. So tomorrow there should be a fancier membership package. And then this week I'm going to create a couple of different ones. And so don't do it yet. Let me get everything up there before you do it. But thanks for checking it out. So let me see. So tonight is Wednesday night. Tomorrow I will be back with a bonus stream. We're probably going to go till midnight. I think I'm going to do another Coin Vault Has Opened episode like this, and maybe we'll start going through Mancellos on Friday night. But I do appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you so much. It's good to see you again, David Carlisle. And good to see you, 710 is Oil Upside Down. Haven't seen you in a while either, so good to see some old friends. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Accredited Coins. I hope you get a bunch of sales on your awesome eBay store. And yeah, eBay just comes and goes, it flows, and then it just like stops, and there's no reason. Just relax, do something else. I feel like the thing with eBay is if you walk away and take your phone, far away from your computer or something, I feel like eBay, it's like got an algorithm that wants you to come back to it. And so they will, if you go far away from your computer where you're listing with your phone, it will sense that you're not there listing stuff, and it will give you a sale just to get you back. It's like, the Facebook Messenger, they have like developers who develop ways to get you back. So as soon as you walk away from it, it's going to give you something. But while you're there waiting, hitting F5, watching the screen refresh, nothing. It's crazy. But thanks for being here tonight, Blue Sandy, as well. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the future again, I hope. And thank you, Kayla, fan number 1, Yu-Woo. Hope to see you again. Hope you get a good night's sleep and you and your son have a wonderful day. Thank you, Scent Hoarder, for being here tonight. I did get your message, hey, on Instagram, and so we can be in touch there, and I'd be happy to check out your stuff on eBay in the future. But wish you guys all a good night. Thank you so much for being here. You can see Couch Collectibles join button. It'll be there. I have the things under, like I've changed some settings, so it may be under review until the other ones are accepted. It shows on here as on mine, but tomorrow, if you look, if you want to, it should be there. But have good nights, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. See you all in the future.